perfect fit is important. Now an Aussie tech startup has a way to make sure everything is as millimetre perfect as this CX-30. Hit the link to find out more.
MixxFM News.
Hamilton Flooring Extra. Take the first step onto your new flooring at Hamilton Flooring Extra Showroom, Thompson Street.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 88.9 and 93.7 MixxFM.
13 degrees in Melbourne, possible morning shower tomorrow at top of 15. It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Tardio. Thousands of drivers have spent the afternoon in gridlock on the Western Ring Road after a Ford-truck pile-up blocked Altona-bound lanes at Fawkner. As Stephanie Anderson reports, one driver has been taken to the Royal Melbourne Hospital in critical condition.
We've had thousands of drivers at a complete standstill for a number of hours. What was quite interesting, and it's very unusual obviously to see on the Ring Road, is people were out of their cars. They were stretching their legs, getting fresh air after sitting there for a number of hours. I spoke to lots of different drivers. Some were on their way to the airport and were frantic about missing flights. Others were heading to different jobs on a work day. Others needed to go and get kids from school. So the timing was particularly inconvenient. There are still two of the trucks involved on site here, but there's also heavy haulage. So no doubt that is the plan, to get them moving again.
A drug-affected and sleep-deprived truck driver who hit and killed 4 police officers on the Eastern Freeway could walk from prison in less than 15 years. In April 2020, Mohinder Singh veered into the service lane where police were impounding a speeding Porsche. His minimum sentence has been reduced from 18 years 6 months to 14 years 6 months. Police Association Secretary Wayne Gatt says it's a tough day for police.
So this man may be afforded additional days of freedom, but not a single day can be added to the lives of our 4 fallen members, and this is something that many police will find hard to grapple with.
The family of a Melbourne woman killed 3 decades ago. Over $1 million reward for information will finally bring her killer to justice. Kiara Parker.
Michelle Brown was murdered on her 25th birthday 30 years ago. On the 1st of March in 1992, she went missing from Frankston train station after visiting her friend's house. Her decomposed body was found in a nearby shed 2 weeks later. A witness who lived nearby heard screams. Nobody has been charged over her death, and Detective Inspector Dean Thomas is hopeful a $1 million reward will help them close the case.
I am very confident that there will be people out there that have information.
Michelle Brown's mother says they're desperate for answers to provide closure.
We just love for this to be sorted so we can have peace in our family.
In Melbourne, Kiara Parker, 9 News.
Health Minister Mary-Ann Thomas has slapped down the opposition's pledge to build a second Royal Children's Hospital campus at Werribee as nothing more than an empty shell. The coalition is promising to build a 275-bed facility, saying Werribee is in one of the state's fastest growing areas. Opposition leader Matthew Guy insists a staffing plan will be unveiled soon, but Ms Thomas says it's an ill-conceived promise.
What we've seen from the Liberals is a list of partially funded infrastructure projects that will be shells because we've seen no announcement in relation to staffing these facilities. 40 Victorians have died as the state records 3,261 new COVID cases. Hospitalisations are up by 3 to 405. 22 of those are in ICU, 7 on a ventilator. In finance news, the share market up 49 points at the close, the dollar buying 69.52 US cents.
Maddie, Tori and Sarah know the Hamilton rental market at Groves Real Estate.
The AFLW season begins tonight at Princes Park with Carlton hosting Collingwood. Darcy Vescio, who becomes the first Blue to play 50 games, says the rivalry carries through from the men's game.
It does get built into a great rivalry, and I feel like the fact that we're 3 apiece had that edge earlier on, and now Collingwood have sort of had the last few.
Boomer Chris Goulding has committed to Melbourne United for another 2 NBL seasons. The captain says he's looking forward to chasing more success when the season tips off at the start of October.
The drive is to have more success, and that here in Melbourne is, making the playoffs and contending for championships and trying to win championships.
And Daniel Ricciardo could be without a drive in the Formula One next season after having his McLaren contract for 2023 ripped up. It's 5 past 5. That's the latest in news and sport.
If you have an unwanted tree that needs removing or trees that are encroaching on fence lines, Barco can sort it out. They're your local accredited professional team and one-stop shop for tree lopping and traffic management.
The next time you try a McCafe coffee, you'll be enjoying the delicious taste of Australia's most popular barista-made coffee. Just one of many reasons to try McCafe.
It's hard to believe that some people buy beds out of town. Makes you wonder if they've ever been to Beds. And if they know how good the staff are and the time they spend making their customers happy, shopping elsewhere is a bit silly, really. Beds of Portland. MixxFM's Business of the Month.
MixxFM, your official emergency broadcaster.
So if you're hitting the open road on your next outdoor adventure,
MixxFM weather.
taking
Edith
pride in a
Fox,
job
Southern
well done.
Grampians Livestock and Real Estate, property consultant for Portland and surrounds.
Cloudy for the rest of your Thursday, with winds becoming lighter and an overnight low of 5 degrees. Cloudy again tomorrow with a chance of morning fog and a slight chance of showers, a top of 14. Saturday will be partly cloudy with northerly winds reaching 25 k's, a max of 16. And Sunday they'll be cloud about with winds reaching 30 k's and a top of 18 degrees. Tomorrow looking at a top of 14 for Hamilton and 15 for Warrnambool, Portland and the coast.
Harvey Norman Hamilton, your TV specialist.
Right now it's 12 degrees.